I'm Sergeant Nathan Jones. South Korea says it has accepted a North Korean proposal to hold defense talks between the two countries. The announcement comes on the heels of Chinese President Hu Jintao's visit to the United States. Wednesday, President Obama praised China for helping ease tensions on the Korean peninsula. Last week, Defense Secretary Robert Gates made a stop in Seoul, where he called for a unified position to steer North Korea away from its nuclear ambitions. The Army is helping soldiers and their families recover from the tornado that struck Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri last month. The Army Claims Service is waiving some of the requirements used to substantiate claims. It's also shortening timelines for repayments and even paying victims' insurance deductibles. The tornado destroyed 51 homes and damaged several others. More than 200 vehicles are damaged or destroyed, but no one was killed. And some NASCAR memorabilia is hitting the auction block to benefit veterans. The exterior of number 39 Army Chevrolet Impala will be broken down into 11 pieces. The car was driven by Ryan Newman in a race last November. Each piece will bear Newman's autograph. The auction begins January 21st. All the money raised will be given to the Fisher House Foundation and Army Emergency Relief. That's your news update. For more military news, head to PentagonChannel.mil.
Some might say that piloting an aircraft takes nerves of steel, but training for any scenario surely can't hurt either. Lance Corporal Tony Orth takes us to Marine Corps Air Station Iwakuni, Japan, to see how an exercise on the ground is just as valuable as any flight training.
As the last plane touches down, a disaster unfolds. A miscommunication in the tower leads to a crash on the runway involving two aircraft. Thankfully, this night was only a drill. Marine all-weather fighter attack Squadron 242 trained with aircraft rescue and firefighting, the Provost Marshal's office, and air traffic control to test their readiness.
The exercise went very well. We were able to identify some things that we did really well, and then we were also able to identify a couple areas where we can make some room for improvement, and that was what the exercise was all about, was to be able to identify those things and be able to improve our procedures, so that if it does happen for real, we're able to respond appropriately.
The pilots' lives may be on the line in a crash, but it's the rapid response of the ARF crew that decide their fate.
Training like this is important because you never know when an emergency could happen, and we need to be always prepared for whatever situation might come.
The Branch Health Clinic is ready to assist as soon as ARF rescues the pilots from the wreck. With all of the different units working together, the night's exercise was a success. Though the mission wasn't to help the pilots trust the response, it did.
I'd be confident in the ability of everyone to carry this out if this was to be like a reality.
Thanks to the dedication of these Marines and sailors, Air Station pilots can feel at ease while on approach. Lance Corporal Tony Orth, Marine Corps Air Station, Iwakuni, Japan.
Now, Marines ignited between 500 and 1,000 gallons of fuel for the exercise to make things as realistic as possible. And coming up ahead on Around the Services, we'll take a closer look at how the Army is combating its growing suicide rate. But first, we head downrange where the Deputy Supreme Commander Europe pays a visit to an Afghan National Army Training Center.